Surge, electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Let more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap, this composite, you gossip, I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white, bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined, counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide, path going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors, who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Such a sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Chase streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, so it's a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is sharp every week. Who, me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different world in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. 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 Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier. Called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing repentance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world, so stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, back for another round of the Blerd Cave. This is episode 52. God. Man, I can't believe it's been 52 episodes. Actually, every time there's a new episode, I'm like, I can't believe it's been this many episodes. What is going on, everybody? Today we have got, we've got a little low-key show, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Man, your boy is nursing a headache. Don't worry, it's not a hangover. I don't lead that interesting of a life. Actually, never get hangovers. But I do get caffeine headaches, and I've been kind of slacking off on the caffeine every so often, so I always wind up having to go back and drink more, and I just cannot take caffeine headaches. I just can't, I won't do it, not gonna do it. I'm just gonna cave in and drink the damn caffeine, just to clear my head. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about a few things. It's going to be, honestly, it's going to be a low-key show. We'll probably do more questions than anything else today, just because, man, my head is killing me. And this crap probably won't go away until well after the cave is over, regardless of what I've taken to get rid of it. So if I seem a little off, that is probably why. I'm probably thinking about the nails driving into my temples. But that said, how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? Everybody staying safe, staying healthy. Hopefully staying home during this whole this fucking quarantine shit. Oh my god, this is oh, let's see here. Says 52. It's only right to talk. Only right to talk about DC. I mean, hey, yeah, we gotta talk about something. We gotta talk. It is kind of appropriate now. I'm thinking about it. That all this is kind of coming up on the 52nd week, the 52nd episode of the Blerd Cave. Now I go back and think about it. I actually do recollect there having been at least 1 or 2 days where I did not release a Blerd Cave. But, excuse me. So it's technically already been a year, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's see here. Let's see who all we got in here today. I know I saw Jarrell and Cape Killer, King Jigga in here earlier. We got Danny Donlin in here. Ty Sheem Gadson's in here. Let's see who else we got in here. Awesome. Hey, I appreciate that. Ty Sheen says he's gonna starting on the drawing today. Man, I draw this for you, and I'll give you $100, and I love you, Blerd. You're for a friend and family, dude. Thank you for that, dude. Look, don't even have to do it, but doing it anyway. Hey, I put the hands together. Blessings, many blessings. I see we got Ruben Hart in here. Got my guy Tubes, the one. Got Philip Clark in here too. We also got Diablo Hashcraft in here. Okay, so let's see here. What he said was it says here, wait a minute. Dro, you saying what? You said the audio isn't synced up? Weird. Now I have to go look. Here, let me see what's going on. I'm do a little investigating. Here. Let's see what we got. Actually. Whoop. Not that. Let's see what we got going on. Let's make sure. No, it looks. I mean, on my side, it looks. Not on my side, but I'm looking at the stream as it is going right now. It looks like it's synced up. So, so far so good. So far so good. That said, let's see, as far as okay. Oh, dude, King, I didn't know you were stuck in another country. What's going on? Where are you at right now? Hey, what's going on, Real? I see you in here. What is going on? But I don't want to hold y'all up. Basically, what we're going to be talking about today, give you a little quick rundown. We're going to be talking about the current plans that are in place for new comics that are going to be going out next week. At least that's what it's still pie in the sky to me. I'm still kind of on the fence about whether or not I think this is actually going to happen or not. But new DC is going to be releasing new comics through a pair technically of new distributors that are not Diamond Comics. We're also going to be talking about what Marvel what Marvel's going to be doing, or rather not doing, as a result of that. We'll also be talking about there will be a new evil Batman added to Dark Knight's Death Metal, which is the sequel to Dark Knight's Metal, and it's not a type of Batman that you're going to expect. And we're also going to talk about the Venom 2 title, the new title that's coming up for that one, and a little bit of information we got from Falcon and the Winter Soldier series that is going to come out at some point, maybe. Who knows? And there's a lot of new Marvel movie release dates. It's just crazy. It's a lot of crazy-ish going on right now. So, all right, let me do myself a favor here. I'm actually going to pop this out and put it over here so I can see it, because this is technically I'm looking. You know, the thing a smart person would do before he sets up his stream. Anyways, we're going to be talking about all that and more. And yeah, I feel like I should say right now, but first, let's hit that intro. We're not doing that. That is how off the mark I am today. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what Marvel isn't doing. Marvel is not releasing new comics next week. They have said that it is not happening. It is not going down. And we're talking about the week of April the 27th. It is not going to happen. This is going to technically be the 5th week in a row they have not released any new comics. As a matter of fact, if you live in the United Kingdom, this would actually be the 6th week they have not released new comics. So there's a lot of behind time. Now, that said, I've kind of heard some rumblings from other creators. Just depends on who you follow. Some have said that this actually is not the worst thing in the world for Marvel, because honestly, it's given them more time to work on the current crop of comics that would technically be coming out later on down the pipe, and has also given some of the writers, artists, colorists, whatever, opportunities to work on creator-owned content in the meantime. So that it's a double-edged sword. Take it how you want to. But DC has actually opted to do the opposite. DC is going to be releasing comics through they're still going to use Diamond. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. They're still going to release through Diamond. So that's not a thing. However, they're going to be using 2 new distributors to get comics out to retailers who are still open and are doing business. So this isn't even like a worldwide, nationwide thing. This is going to be probably, I don't know, I don't want to say limited, but I mean, it really is just going to depend on your area and what your LCS is doing. That's That's really all there is to it. But basically what they're saying here, and I got a little article here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there we go. Bam! Now, this one's jumping off from Bleeding Cool. They're basically going to say that basically who they're going to be using is going to be UCS Comics distributors and Lunar Distribution, which basically, if you don't know, that's Midtown Comics and DCBS, respectively. That means comic book retailers may start to receive such comic books from this weekend. A number of retailers spoke out against this plan by DC Comics, though a few of them supported it. And apparently Bleeding Cool has, of course, they've actually kind of probably been the most adamant about releasing these reports. But the main thing is, what I find kind of interesting about that is that some retailers actually are not with this, because I don't know what it is about. There's something going on, I think, with UCS and Lunar. I don't know if it's like if they have like higher price points or higher costs for delivering, or if there's like a higher return penalty, whatever the case you want to call it. I honestly don't know. But man, I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it, because honestly, I think DC, who have largely been the most quiet in regards to a lot of this quarantine business, they usually always wait till the last minute, say something. Usually Image, Boom Studios, IDW, Marvel, everyone else, Dark Horse comes out with a statement, and DC is usually pulling up the rear on all of this, and now they're just kind of like, nope, we're going to be doing this, we're doing our own thing, and fuck everybody else. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I mean, hell, yes, there is no actual competition any longer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't any, what's the word I'm looking for? That this isn't a business. This is still a business. They still got to make money. They still got to do things. But that said, I don't know, man. This is a tough one for me. It's hard for me to have an opinion on this one, largely because, I don't feel like if all retailers were able to take, like, this weren't a quarantine issue, I would say, yeah, sure, whatever. Distribute comics however you want to distribute them, and just go from there. But this is not that situation. And, yeah, like I said, it's hard to say. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Man, your boy is hurting over here. Okay. Okay, so there are some things that DC has decided to talk about in regards to, questions people have about whether or not they're still going to get their orders from Diamond, whether or not they're still going to get the comics that they originally planned to get. They released statements about all this stuff. Why are they, like, because, okay, here's the other thing you gotta look at too. There's only a limited number of comics that are going to be coming out. If I'm not mistaken, this week, I think only 5 are going to be coming out. And if I'm also not mistaken, the other thing you gotta look at too, I think one of those titles is Batman number 92. I don't know what I don't really know off the top of my head what the other titles are, but I don't think they're anything of like any like major significance. So it's one of those situations where, honestly, if I were them, it probably really just honestly would have been better to wait. Probably just would have been better to wait, but hey, the fuck do I know? I just work here. But I don't know. Who knows? Depending on where you live, you may be getting new comics next week. If you are a DC fan, this is probably the best possible scenario. If you're not a DC fan, this is probably the darkest timeline. Uh, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and move it on along because, like I said, there's really not a lot there. Excuse me. Okay. So, next up on the agenda is the new Dark Knight's death metal introduction. Dark Knight's Metal comic series, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, they put together, was a series that basically pitted the Justice League and the DC Universe as a whole against 7 evil Batmen, which was the dumbest idea on paper, but actually was really well executed and turned out to be great for everyone involved. It was Dark Knight's Metal, I would say, was single-handedly responsible for during that part of the year, raising comic sales because people were going crazy for it. People were nuts for Dark Knight's Metal, and apparently the world is wanting more, and Scott Snyder is willing to give more. And he says that a while back he was going to be introducing the sequel, Death Metal, which is going to be even bigger than Dark Knight's Metal. So for a lot of people who complained that they felt Dark Knight's Metal was too short, this one is going to be longer and hopefully does not go the opposite direction. Does not have people wishing it was shorter. Usually when people say that, we're going to extend the event, I get scared. But the new Dark Knight is not something that I think people are going to expect. It's nothing in the realm of a Batman who has received the powers of the god Ares, the god of war. This is not a Batman who has stolen the Speed Force from Barry Allen. This is not a Batman who has injected himself with the Doomsday virus. This is not a Batman who comes from a gender-bent alternate Earth where all the male heroes are female and the female heroes are men. No, this is not that kind of Batman, though it has some roots in some things from Grant Morrison, which I think are very interesting. So Scotty Snyder's, he released a tweet, and I believe this tweet came out yesterday morning, and he has revealed that one of the new evil Batman is going to be unlike any other Batman you've ever seen before. And that is this Batman right here. This is one of the evil Batmen in Death Metal is a living city. A Bruce who, before death, used an ancient ritual to infuse the city with his consciousness. And now he lives in every brick, reforming Gotham to his will. And you can kind of see right here, you can kind of see the city is kind of, it doesn't look like your typical, it has kind of some of your typical Gotham city elements, but you can kind of see where some of the stuff is kind of bent, flipped. You see all the different Robins kind of hanging around, which basically a sign that the Batman who laughs is likely around, or at least has been there. But you kind of see here that, this is, so basically, this is a very weird Grant Morrison-esque idea that I don't think anyone but Grant Morrison could pull off, and maybe the closest person who could also pull this off is Scott Snyder. And I gotta admit, I'm gonna reserve judgment because I don't have the highest of hopes for how this is gonna work out. I just don't. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I'm not the biggest fan of this idea. Not. But one thing and the one reason why I kind of am willing to give this a little bit of a pass is because I am a fan of Doom Patrol, and it is not lost on me that this idea kind of reeks of Danny the Street. And I like Danny the Street. I think Danny the Street is awesome. Danny the Street is actually one of my favorite. Is in one of my favorite episodes of the Doom Patrol DC Universe series. Because Danny the Street is just weird and kind of amazing. But at the same time, also a Grant Morrison creation. So, and I know Scott Snyder likes to pull a little bit from some of the works of Grant Morrison, that's fine. I'm not the biggest Grant Morrison fan, so, but I always feel like other people use his ideas better. Dark Knight's Metal was kind of proof of that. In all of the crazy mess that popped up in Dark Knight's Metal that were originally Grant Morrison creations. So I'm here for it. Totally here for it. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not, like I said, once again, I don't even really know how to feel about it. I don't even really know 100% how to feel about it because I don't know. Just it's weird. It's weird and just don't know, man. I just don't know. I do like the fact that there are some people who've actually pointed out in some of the comments for said tweet that like there was actually somebody who did bring up the whole Danny the Street connection. The whole like he's friends with Danny the Street. I was like, that would make sense. Or maybe he killed Danny the Street. I don't know. But I hope not, because I really like Danny the Street and I would love nothing more than for Danny the Street to have nice things. But that said, I don't know. It's a fucking city. It's Bruce Wayne, like literally, in some ways it's kind of appropriate because oftentimes, Batman, he's always like, oh, I am Gotham. I am Gotham. I am the Knight. I am the city. This is basically kind of taking that and like dialing that whole idea up to 11 and just saying, you know what, we're going for it. Let's do it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm here for it. I'll ride with it or whatever, but yeah, I just don't know. But that said, oh god, what did Alenity's dumbass do now? Sorry. Weird. Anyway, whatever. She throw another cat. Maybe she threw another cat. Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead and keep it moving on along, because like I said, I don't want this to bear out too terribly long today. We'll get into some questions and whatnot. Here in a minute. And I guess probably one of the last things, this is actually this one is pretty obvious because of all the stuff that's going on right now, but of course, I don't know if we really, I guess we kind of talked about it the week before about Doctor Strange and Sam Raimi taking over as director of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And of course, we have all these other Marvel movies that are supposed to be coming out. A lot of them have changed release dates as a result of the quarantine. Movie theaters are now kind of having to scramble to figure out how they're going to release their films to the public. Some movie studios don't want to release their movies early to the public on home video because they feel as if they are losing money in doing so. And I guess some people tend to have the mentality that, well, DVDs and Blu-rays cost more than a movie ticket, but when you think about it, In a lot of cases, the movie theater is sometimes the box office is sometimes the best place because technically you run the chance of getting more money because, well, A, people go to the movies a lot, and B, especially in the case of children's movies or family movies, you stand to gain more money just by virtue of the fact that multiple tickets would be sold. Like, case in point, if I want to take my family to a Marvel movie, that means I'm taking myself, my wife, and my daughter, and if my stepkid is around, probably 4 people. And sometimes my mother likes to go with us too, so that's sometimes 5. That's sometimes up to 5 people. And if you can pull those kind of numbers, like I said, your tickets usually somewhere between, depending on what time you go to the movie theater, anywhere between like 10, I don't know, $12, maybe more, depending on if you're going to go catch an IMAX. I don't know. That I can kind of see where a movie production company would say, wait a minute. We're losing money on this. I can kind of see where they would say that. But right now, honestly, you're going to lose money anyway. But right now, a lot of this moving and shuffling around. We got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The new Spider-Verse movie. You've got the sequel to Spider-Man Far From Home. You've got Thor Love and Thunder. You've got all of these different Marvel movies. Everything. It's just wild. It's just wild. By the way, thank you, Danny Donlin. Thank you for that super chat. By the way, I see just came through, drop the super chat, $5, saying just a little support because your content is superior to any other YouTuber. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That means, once again, that means a lot. It means a lot. I do what I can. And once again, I want to apologize. I know I usually release videos on Thursdays. I didn't do it this week because honestly, I've not been in the best headspace lately. Has nothing to do with being sick or anything like that. I'm actually, as far as I'm aware, perfectly healthy. But just I don't know, just been in a weird headspace lately. This time of year kind of does that. Whenever I get kind of, and I subconsciously, I never paid it much attention until about maybe a year ago. But usually around this time of year, it's kind of closing in on the anniversary of my best friend's death. So I'm always in, usually roughly around, late April, early May. I don't know. I'm always in a weird place. But that said, thank you again. Dan. Thank you again, Danny. And just, yeah. Much love. So apparently, according to Deadline, the movie slate has changed as a result. Movies have been pushed back. We know that Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Far From Home sequel, has been moved from July 16th, 2021 to November 5th, 2021. We know that the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel has been dropped from April 8th of 2022 to October 7th later that same year. And basically, this actually kind of slides this slides Spider-Man the Spider-Man Far From Home sequel into the same space that was originally occupied by Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So that's it's very interesting. It's like we're gonna slip this on in. It's like weird how Spider-Man and Doctor Strange have this weird Hollywood connection, and it just keeps on going. But basically, now, as a result of this, though, since Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was originally supposed to come out in November, around November 5th, around that time frame, now Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is moving to March I think March 25th of 2022. And as a result of that as well, the Thor Ragnarok sequel, Thor Love and Thunder, I think that one is going to come out on February 11th of 2022. So that is actually a little bit earlier than it was originally slated. It was originally supposed to come out on the 18th. And if you've been doing the math, on this, that means that not only will you be getting a Spider-Man movie in November of 2021, you will also be getting a Doctor Strange movie just a few months after that. Or actually, not even a few months after that, you'll also be getting a Thor movie kind of wedged in the middle of it. So the early portions, the late 2021, early 2022, we are going to be Marvel movied out. It's gonna be freaking insane. It might not be the worst idea that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 got pushed back a little bit. Because, yeah, you would be essentially looking at 4. Let's see, Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder. Yeah, you'd be looking at 4 movies within the span, because originally Into the Spider-Verse 2 was supposed to come out in April. So, like, you would have literally had, like, a 5-month stretch, give or take. 4 to 5 month stretch, give or take. Just nothing but Marvel movies coming out repeatedly. You would not have time. But now, the way they're kind of spreading it out a little bit more, now there's going to be 3, 2 really close together, but then 1 a little bit ahead of that. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I know some other stuff has changed too. There's this whole thing is just, it's changed everything. It has literally changed everything. Everything is kind of going to pot right now. To use some old people slang. As the King Jinx says, Spider-Man Welcome Home. Sinister Six. Hey, I'd be here for it. They called it Welcome Home. I figure, like, you got to keep the home. Got to keep the home motif. You had Homecoming. You had Far From Home. He's come back home. It should be Homecoming, or welcome, or not Homecoming, but it should be Welcome Home, or something to that effect. I'd be game for any of that. Being brutally honest, man. Hey, Taishim, don't worry. It was a while back. It was actually, God, it doesn't seem like it. It's been some years. But it was, yeah, it was tough. I don't like to, make it sound like it was like the darkest timeline or anything like that, but definitely, was definitely some, a dark period, in my life. And, had I not had the, support system and people around me that I have, and from then up to this point, man, I don't know. I probably would have done something stupid. But yeah. So yeah, there you go. And then, what was it? Jerome Alley says, when is Black Widow's release date? Well, essentially, it was originally supposed to come out. I think it was actually supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out now. It was supposed to be out yesterday. But I mean, it has been pushed. But it has been pushed back. I don't know what the new. Yeah, let's see. I think I actually, you know what? I think I have it right here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I got it. I think I found it. Let's see. Well, no, that's the Mulan release date. Let's see. I don't know. That's a very good question. Let's try this. It has been pushed back to November. November the 6th. So it is in no danger of, I don't think that doesn't put any real danger of crossing over with anything. As far as I can tell, the way it looks, I think the only other things that have been announced that will be coming out are going to be stuff that's slated for next year and the years on after that. So let's see here. I don't know how Black Panther 2's release date will be affected. Not to mention, there's that rumor going around with Chadwick Boseman about his contract dispute. So there's no telling really what's going to happen there. I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of this mindset that, like, when the news broke out about Chadwick Boseman and his contract disputes, I kind of ignored it because, honestly, only sites and sources that were not as reputable were talking about it. And then it got to a point where now other people are kind of starting to talk about it too. And it's like, I never like to discredit anything because I do remember not too terribly long ago when oh God, I can't remember her name. Was it Allison Mack? I remember when Allison Mack got busted for running a sex slave ring. For those who know who Allison Mack is, she used to be on Smallville. I remember a less than reputable news source was the first to report about it, and nobody wanted to believe it. And then eventually, I actually remember someone actually called me out saying, "Oh, I can't believe you post a fake news article. They're not reputable. This is not true." And then, like, a couple of months later, everybody was talking about it, and it was like, "Oh, just so happens that bitch was running a sex slave ring." And yeah, wouldn't you know who won the pony? But anyway, let's see here. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's one of those. I think that a lot of people are kind of downplaying. We were actually last night in the Discord. We were actually talking about this. I was talking about this with some of the Quiet Council. But yeah, a lot of people are downplaying the importance of the Black Widow movie. I think the Black Widow movie is actually going to be a lot more important than people are going to want to admit. And it's really weird. I even said this within the same breath, that a lot of people, they're so hung up on, and it's going to sound weird for me to say this because I'm a YouTuber myself, but a lot of people get so hung up on what some random ass YouTuber says about a movie they have absolutely no actual knowledge about, or some website that is right maybe a quarter of the time. And Kevin Feige has literally come out and said this movie is going to inform on the MCU going forward for the next phase or two to come, and no one's listening. For one of the first times in a long time, Kevin Feige, the guru behind the MCU, is telling you what the significance of a movie is going to be, and no one's listening. Just throwing that out there. So I don't think it will go to... I don't think it's going to be released to VOD. And honestly, I don't think it should. Just going to be real. Some movies, and I'm not going to lie, you can't understate this. There are some movies that actually benefit from a cinematic release. And I totally get that. There's some types of movies like big movies like that. Yeah, sure, your home theater is very comparable to an actual movie theater in a lot of respects, but it's not the same. Speaking as a guy who has watched Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Age of Ultron, every other MCU movie in the theater, and on multiple occasions, like anywhere between 3 to 5 to 6 times in the movie theaters each, and having watched them all at home just as many, if not more times, it's not the same. So, but that said, speaking of more MCU news, for those of you who were looking out for the Falcon and Winter Soldier show to hit Disney Plus, there was a lot of speculation. In recent time that there was going to be some kind of a I guess pettiness on the part of Bucky, or that he should feel petty about the fact that Cap chose Falcon over him to become the next Captain America. Well, Sebastian Stan. It's getting a little parched. Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky, he actually had a little something to say about it. And he basically said that there is no shield envy. There is no costume envy. There is no mantle envy. No legacy envy whatsoever on his part. On the part of Bucky in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. Basically going on to say, and this, if I am not mistaken, this was done in a interview that he had with THR. It basically said that that Stan explained that he viewed Steve's actions as granting his old friend a life, much like the ex-Sentinel of Liberty had done for himself. So he says that Steve is basically saying to Bucky, you're going to go and do that too. I'm not going to put this thing on you. We're both going to live our lives, the lives that were actually taken from us back in the 40s when we enlisted. And he says that, so that's where I felt they were at by the end of the movie. I don't think there's a desire or any conflicted thoughts about taking on that mantle. Sam, to me, was always the clear man to take on that mantle for numerous reasons, which also comes with so much more baggage that's going to be explored in the show, and I guess you'll have to tune into Disney Plus to find out why. Now, I think we can kind of go ahead and say why that is the case. It's because, Cap's legacy is heavy. It's not something one takes lightly, and Sam even says something about that. At the end of Endgame, he actually comes out and says, this feels heavy, and, which I'm not gonna lie, that, really powerful, very powerful scene. But, Stan also went on to say that at the end of Endgame, for either Steve or Bucky, it's really not about the shield. And it's, like I said, it's not a thing that you can technically quantify down to just a simple passing of the torch. And the thing is, Bucky has been through hell and back. Does he really need to have to carry the burden of Cap's legacy now that he's finally gotten his mind back? He's finally got his head back in the game. Does he really need another problem? And with Falcon, I think it makes it more interesting because I think you have an opportunity to do a better job of translating the Falcon as Captain America storyline from the comics in the movies. And we all know that Marvel has had a fairly decent track record of taking elements from the comics and improving upon them. They did that with Civil War. They took, not saying that they did a better job overall, but there are certain elements of Civil War I felt worked better in the movies versus in the comics. And then, of course, there's some other aspects as well. Some things, not so much. But those were creative decisions that have kind of been walked back anyway. But that said, I'm here for it. I want to see it. I am looking forward to seeing what all they come up with. I am very curious to see how Baron Zemo is going to play out. I'm very curious to see how Carl Lumbly's Isaiah Bradley is going to work out. I'm very curious to see how all of this is going to play out. I'm actually just as equally as excited, even though I'm not a big fan of the character in the comics. But U.S. Agent, I'm very curious to see how U.S. Agent plays out, if for no other reason than the fact that I'm a huge fan of Kurt Russell, and I've recently become a huge fan of his son, Wyatt Russell, and I kind of want to see how this plays out. I want to see, I want to see how Wyatt does in this, in this role, getting his first shot, kind of into the to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and if they will even play on it any further going forward, like, because we all know that eventually at some point new characters have to come in, other characters have to step out. I would be very interested to see if Wyatt Russell's character catches on, whether he ends up having a face turn somewhere towards the end of it all, or whatever his role to play in this is, whether or not he ends up joining the Avengers later. Like, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if the Avengers had a very, very different makeup and look going forward in the movies after this. And who knows, we might get that West Coast Avengers movie and Wyatt Russell can lead that. I would be here for it. And I think, I'll see here, I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final story of the evening. So day, you know what I mean. Anyway, but point of the matter is, I think it's time we can start getting into some questions. I'll tell you what, since we ended up on stories pretty early. I am going to say that, how do we want to do it? I'm going to go ahead and say we'll answer questions. How does my head feel right now? My God. Oh, man, I just literally took a sting right there. I tell you what, we'll probably answer questions for the next 30 minutes, and then we'll see where we are from there. I will commit myself to 30 minutes for Blerd Koa and the Blerd delegation. And of course, if you are in the Discord, if you want to guarantee your questions get answered, you can either put them in there, and I'll be reading Discord questions last. You can also super chat as well. Super chat will also get you an immediate answered question. Let's see here. What do we got? Hey, Jimmy Shaw, what's going on? Let's see here. Two said no respect to Bucky, but what exactly has he done to possibly deserve that shield more than talking? I mean, he's done some things. He's redeemed himself. I think he fought the good fight. I mean, he hasn't done as. I don't think he's done as much in terms of endearing himself to fans as Falcon has. But yeah. So it makes more sense because I feel like Falcon, even though technically we met Bucky first, we didn't spend a lot of time with Bucky until Captain America: Winter Soldier, and we spent more time with Falcon as a face and Bucky more as a manipulated heel. And so yeah, I feel like Falcon definitely has more cachet as opposed. Bucky has a cachet with Cap, but Falcon has a cachet with the audience and Cap, if that makes any sense. So yeah. Hey, what's going on, Alternative Factuals? By the way, y'all, make sure once this is over, go check out Alternative Factuals' channel. He just dropped his y'all saw earlier this week, much to the chagrin of some. I dropped a all-black Justice League, all-black Justice League roster, and Alternative Factuals dropped his all-black Avengers roster. Well, just so happens he has dropped his all-black Justice League roster. So make sure to go by, check out his video here once we wrap up. And if you are a channel member in about an hour, maybe 2, I will be releasing the my All Black Avengers video to you channel members a little early, and then it'll go out to the general public this coming Tuesday. Alfonso coming through with a $4 super chat says, it's go, right foot up, left foot slide, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for dropping that super chat. And actually, that put a big smile on my face. Thank you. And then SFC Cape Killer coming through with a $9 super chat says, hey, Blerd, did you notice that you need a reboot on your 52 episode? Dude, you know what? Do I need to start over? Do we need to go back to the beginning? Would everyone be angry if I, after this 52nd episode of the Blerd Cave, we just said, fuck it, went back to number 1? So I could drive up the sales? so I could drive up the sales and piss off collectors? Like, well, see what this is the actually, or you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll start doing Marvel Legacy numbering. Have like this will be what this will be is Blerd Cave. Next week is Blerd Cave number 53. It's gonna be volume 2. This will be volume 2 number 1, but its legacy number is Blerd Cave number 53. I would not be able to keep up with that shit. I would not be able to keep up with it, man. Thank you for that super chat, man. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is it like a quick crisis? You know, I feel like that's one of those days. Like maybe that's an angle to get Rob and Benny and Dopespill to come onto the channel and say, hey, let's have a little crisis event. We can have a little crossover. Blerd Without Fear is rebooting the channel. He's rebooting it. Y'all heard it here first. They wouldn't come. They wouldn't come. Rob wouldn't come here. Maybe he would. I don't know. Maybe he would. He'd be welcome. I don't know if Benny would, though. I don't know. Benny strikes me as a guy that wouldn't be like, nah, I don't want to get that shit. I don't want to involve myself with that shit. Dose will probably get on it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Crisis of Infinite Blur. I mean, look. I'm just saying. Let's see. Hey, Angela Scott says, I wonder why Russell's mother is Goldie Hawn. He looks more like his father. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, he is the son of because as far as I'm aware, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn have been together for forever. Like when I say they have been together forever, I mean they have been together forever. Actually, no, and now Goldie Hawn is... Now, I tell you what, he looks way more like his daddy. Okay, first off, let's go and be fair here. Kurt Russell cannot deny that boy. There's no way you are going to tell me that Kurt Russell is not Wyatt Russell's pappy. Goldie Hawn is questionable, but I could tell you the one thing about him, it's not so much in the face. It's in like little shit. It's like little ticks that he has that do remind me of Goldie Hawn. But he's definitely his daddy's son. So I actually hope they do make that Escape from New York reboot and put him in it, because that would just be perfect. Secret Blerds. Look, can we can have it Crisis on Secret Infinite Blerds. Oh Lord. Blerd Crisis. I'm here for it. Hey, Nightway says, coming through with the $6 super chat, says, I would love to see a Blerd and Rob collab, putting up the fist. I appreciate it. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. And of course, yes. Like I said, I've reached out. I've reached out to Rob. I have not, I've yet to receive an answer. But I'm looking. Matter of fact, I'm going to check my DMs right now to see if, I don't even know if Rob has read my message. He has not even read my message. I'm sad. Rob, if you're in here, go check your DMs. Please. I'm joking. You don't have to check your DMs. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. Dark Angel coming through and say, you better take the knee after this. Yeah, I'm going to take a knee. Yeah, I'm not even going to say how I feel right now because, matter of fact, you know what? I don't normally do this. I wonder if I should send the message. I wonder, or not send the message. Should I share the message? Let's see. Well, yeah, actually, what doesn't help is that apparently I put typos in this, so that probably didn't help my case. Let's see. Let's see here. You know what? Should I share the message? Should I share the message that I sent to Rob? You know, because like I said, like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I have like I always tell people that it's kind of funny to me that let me see if I can get this to pull up. And here, let me see if I can get this to show up in a way that is not all kinds of fucked off. Okay, let's do this. And there it is. Okay. Okay, cool. I figured it out. All right, so real quick here, I will ask this question. So, look, my answer is one question real quick because I don't want to lose it. Jimmy Shaw says, I have a question. Do you have any word that bitch Carol fucking Baskins will take off in the near future? Blerd Without Fear. Let's see here. I mean, I don't know. And by the way, I usually slip that in there so as to not say the actual name of the virus because it for whatever reason, YouTube flags videos that do. But so I usually say that bitch Carol fucking Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. And yes, Dark Angel, I will be taking the knee after this. I will not be streaming later today after this because yeah, I'm tired. Your boy stayed up till 5 a.m. Yet again playing Fortnite because I am a child. But yeah. I don't know. But I'm hoping that by next week, hopefully by May, we'll be done with this bullshit. I would love to be done with this shit. Just saying, throwing it out there. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at, this is the message. Now, pardon me, I'm going to read this out because there's a typo in this. Apparently my phone thinks that awesome and asking are the same word. Okay, so let's transition over. So basically, I just sent a message saying, hey, just reaching out to see if you would like to collaborate on a video. I know both of our followings have been asking about it. Mine have been asking ever since I started doing YouTube, but I wasn't anywhere near your level. I'm still not, but the fans really want to see it. I'm down if you are. We can see what our fans want us to collab on, or tag team a story arc, or a character breakdown, or something outside the box. Hope you and yours are staying safe. So there it is. I asked. I put it out there. I put it out there. That is the message that I have sent to Comics Explain. If you think you're like, well, that's not Rob's DMs, well then I don't know what to tell you, because that's it right there. That is his handle right there. Those are the DMs. Those are the DMs, so to speak. So yeah, I did. I asked. I have not gotten a reply. Okay, so. Let's see here. What else we got? Let me double check, make sure we don't have anything sitting. We don't have anything sitting pretty in the Discord right now. Okay. But yeah. But no, Rob, Dopespill, guys that are, whose channels, alongside my own, have a lot in common. I know a lot of, I get a lot of hate, for doing what I do, because there's, I've actually gotten fans of Rob's who come at me and they'll be like, you're just a broke Comics Explain, you're a copycat. And it's like, well, no, but okay. I was like, Rob and I we do similar videos, but we do things very differently, in my opinion. We tackle things very different. Rob is, I would dare say, I'd actually go out of my way to say Rob is way more informative than myself. He has an attention to detail and an attention to comics history that I don't have. And I probably won't have for quite some time, because he goes back, he does a ton of research. I don't do as much research. What you're getting from me is knowledge that I already hold, along with a little bit of fact checking to make sure that I'm not talking out of my ass, and me talking out of my ass. That's usually what happens. But when I talk out of my ass, I'm talking from a place of knowledge. I just like to say talking out of my ass because it sounds funny. But I am just kind of giving a hot take. I'm just talking about it as I see it. I'm talking about a comic basically in the time that I have shot a video for any given comic, I literally just read it. And I'm telling you everything I think about that comic, based on my knowledge, whether it's prior knowledge or knowledge that I've literally gone like, hey, what's this? And sometimes I'll go back and fact check myself. But for the most part, no. I just like, here, this is all based on prior knowledge, and what I have just read. But I love Rob. Rob's a good guy. Good guy. And it would probably be close. It'd probably be more accurate to say the Dopespill and I are closer. In content, we have probably more similarities than I think I have with Rob. But yeah, neither here nor there. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, dude, y'all. Well, it was the King Jig said stop watching Rob a while ago. Yeah, I will say this: I don't watch Rob's content as often because and I think everybody has it. There's this thing called crypto memory. I don't want to watch Rob's content and then accidentally take an idea that he had and use it as if it were my own, because then I would be copying Rob. Only I would be doing it unintentionally. So I don't go out of my way to I usually go back and I usually wait till after he's had a video out for a while, then I go and watch it. Because I don't want to cloud or I don't want to say poison the well or pollute my own water or anything, but that's kind of what it is. I don't want to be I'm working on a video, and then all of a sudden out of the back of my head, hey, you should totally do this. But it's going to be this situation where it's this was an idea that Rob used first, and I saw this, and now I'm copying it, but I'm doing it subconsciously. That's kind of what crypto memory is. You see an idea, and you're like, dude, that's a really good idea. And then your mind just kind of forgets about it for a while. And then 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years later, you act on that idea, and you don't remember where it came from. And that's why I do the same thing with Dopespill. I don't watch any of Dopespill's new releases I usually watch them well after the fact. I don't watch I don't watch anyone's videos when they first come up. I wait a while because I don't want especially if it's something that I'm going to cover. Like if I've already covered it, I'll probably go ahead and watch it. But if it's something that I have not covered or I plan to cover, I wait. So yeah. Like Dopespill was doing Immortal Hulk. He was actually doing Immortal Hulk when I was kind of not doing Immortal Hulk. Like, I think we both started at the same time, but I took a break from Immortal Hulk. And I didn't want to watch Dope's videos and be like, oh, well, yeah, I'm totally going to do this, but unintentionally. So, yeah, that makes any sense. Let's see. Gabriel Hughes says Rob's okay. Rob's okay is what he do. Is that he needs to stick with what he do best is tell stories. Fair. Tyshim Gaz said, do not worry, Blerd. He knows he needs a collab, and I bet he needs you more than you need him to try and collab. I mean, maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think he's good. He's good. He's sitting on like what 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million subscribers. I'm nowhere near there. I mean, and I even told him, and this was in a previous message, not even the one I showed you. Like, I was like, dude, look, I know I stand to gain way more off of this than you do. But it's not that I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for the fans. Because honestly, when I collab with people, it's usually people who are asking me to collab. Or people who are approaching me, not so much the other way around. And I feel like the people I have collabed with, they're all people who I know personally. I'm friends with outside of YouTube. They're people I work with on other projects. Alternative Factuals is one. We do collabs together. We are planning more collabs together. We also have a podcast together. Just Us League. I think here, if it hasn't popped up in the chat at some point, I think it should pop up here in a second. There it is. Boom. Go check that out. Let's see here. Hey, Loser Swords, what's going on? I see you just jumped up in here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's one of those. Like me personally, I don't really have any. I don't really have any beef with Rob. Like, I mean, we've never like really spoken outside of like some passing tweets. I think like I said, I'm perfectly okay with. I'd be perfectly okay with working with Rob. If it developed into more of a working relationship, that'd be awesome too. But I think there's room enough out there for all of us. I've had some people in my own Discord community who've approached me about doing their own YouTube channels about comic books, and I will tell anyone else the same thing I tell them. I say, just do it. Do it. I mean, you're not hurting me. You're not taking food out of my mouth, food off my table. You're not cutting into my audience, because a lot of people are just going to watch whoever they want to watch. It's like I was telling somebody, it's not even just about cutting into someone else's audience either. It's because on YouTube, it's okay. It's different on YouTube than it is on Twitch. Where like on Twitch, as you know, I'm also a Twitch streamer. And on Twitch, yes, you can cut into somebody else's audience because, like, case in point, you could be streaming at the same time as someone else, and you're splitting your audience if you have mutual audiences. But on YouTube, it's different because you're watching things on your own time. Not very many people go back and watch Twitch streams that have already happened, because it's usually just better to watch it when it was, originally on, like it was originally live. YouTube is a little bit different. A lot of bit different, actually. But let's see. Luzosaurus says, I think I want to see Rob and Ernie rather than comics explained and Blerd without fear, if that makes any sense. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Well, because at that point, you're talking as people. Like, we would be, like, you know what? Okay, so, I've actually seen Rob and Benny do this before. For those who know, Benny is a comic historian. And Benny and Rob are really close. But I've seen videos where they've sat in the same room and they're just shooting the shit. It's not a comic book video really per se. They're just literally talking shit to each other. And I wouldn't mind doing something like that with Rob. It doesn't even have to be anything about comics. We could literally just sit in a room, or Skype in with each other, whatever, and just talk some shit. Just be like, hey, what's going on, man? What the fuck are you reading? What are you watching, man? What's been going on with you lately, man? Yeah, hey, watch any good movies lately, man? What music are you bumping? What's up? Yeah, bullshit like that. Just be chilling. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, it doesn't even have to be anything, crazy. Actually, and yes, I have heard of, Top 10 Nerd. Oddly enough, if I am not mistaken, I think my friend Maria knows some people from Top 10 Nerd personally. For those who know, that's Approach the Nerd. She knows a lot of people in the YouTube community. So yeah, but let's see here. Let's see here. Hey, Jimmy, I think I just now called this. Jimmy, hey, you have yourself a good one, man. Take care. I said things get better for us Sagittarians, that is. Hey, dude, hey, I understand, man. Hey, look, you take it easy. Hopefully, man, stay safe, stay healthy. And like I said, we'll catch you on the next go-round. Hopefully catch you on the next go-round. Hope to be in better spirits on the next go-round. I wouldn't mind. I actually would not mind working with Top 10 Nerd. I've even I don't know, man. There's a few different ones I would probably be perfectly fine. There's a lot of different ones I'd probably be perfectly fine with working with. I don't really have any I mean, honestly, I don't really have any issues working with anybody. With the exception of like certain people, like there's a couple of people here or there that I probably would not want to work with, but they would be few and far between. They'd be few and far between. Yeah, I can think of maybe like one person I probably wouldn't ever want to work with, like ever, and largely just because of their fan base. Actually, no, two. No, three. I can think of three right now off the top of my head. One of them being Ethan Van Sciver. Would never want to work with him. Would never want to work with, what was that asshat who created Earthworm Jim? Wouldn't want to work with him either. Because they're comics gators. So basically, you can say if they're a comics gator, I probably wouldn't want to work with them. What was it? Oh, yeah, the diversity in comics guy. Wouldn't want to work with him either. So, yeah, those are probably people I would be like, just immediately if I saw that collab opportunity, I'd be like, nope. Hey, Michael Raleigh coming through with the $4.99 super chat. Coming through saying, reboot is real, Blerd is now 22 and grim dark for some reason, and we spend 95% of our time only telling you about X-Men. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I would actually, one day I want to see that timeline. Just like, not that I want to live it. I just want to see how it plays out. Man, thank you for that super chat, by the way. That's my guy Salt and Sea over on Twitch. Y'all go check him out. Let's see. Who else we got? Let's see. Right, and no, Tubes actually kind of put it the way exactly how I was thinking. He says, think about it like this. You walk into a buffet full of people. Everyone has a plate of food. You don't have to worry about taking food from someone else because there's plenty of food to go around. Exactly. It's like you get a plate, I got a plate, we're both eating. That is how I look at the whole game. When I have people come to me saying, hey, I don't want to, encroach on what you're doing, do it. I don't care. I mean, as long as you're, okay, here's my thing. As long as you are not wholesale 100% copying my shit, like, I don't care. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean saying that, oh, you make videos where you pan pages and panels. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is using my my phrases, using some of my my little using my mannerisms, like basically just essentially making a video as if you were me, but it's you. Don't do that. Be you. Don't. Case in point, one of my favorite quotes from Fighting with My Family is, "Don't try to be the next me. Be the first you." And that's how I look at a lot of this. I always tell people, please don't if you open up a video saying, "What's up, Earth's Mightiest subscribers? Fill in the blank, so and so, blah 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 blah, without fear. Welcome back to the channel." You're like, oh, but first, let's hit that. Like, you're doing all of my shit. If you're doing my shtick, I would be offended. I would be incredibly offended because you're not I know parody is the highest form of flattery, but you're not being genuine to yourself, and B, you're not being genuine to your audience. You are basically you're basically a copy of something that, and you're not being genuine, and your audience will see that. Like I tell people all the time, I didn't get popular on YouTube, and I don't even think I'm that popular on YouTube, but I didn't get as popular as people think I am on YouTube because I copied someone else. It's because I was being myself. And when you are yourself, like, I mean, yeah, do I turn the bass up a little? Do I turn the treble down just a hair? Do I adjust the gain a little bit? Yes. I do all of that. However, no. You can't just be someone else. You can't. It doesn't work. It never works because your audience is going to see through you. Because your audience, if you're for instance, if you're copycatting me, then your audience, your potential audience is my potential audience. And anyone who follows me will just look at you and say, oh, well, this person's copying Blerd Without Fear. They say everything that he says. That's what's going to happen. So, I mean, yeah, it is here. It's a thing. I like, case in point, I try not to copy anything that Dope Spill says. I try not to copy. I remember there was a time where I said something back when I first kind of started up. I kind of said something that it turned out that Dope Spill also said. And I didn't even think it was anything that was like that big a deal because I hear a lot of other YouTubers say it. And people are like, oh, you're biting off Dope Spill. So I was like, okay, fine. I won't say it anymore. I'll just say it in my own way. I don't have the Rob core. I have Earth's Mightiest subscribers. I don't have, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. I'm blanking right now because I have like a tremendous headache. But anyway, point of the matter is, yeah, just be yourself. I tell people all the time, if you want to make yourself a channel, do it. Do it. Hell, there's no time like the present. There's no time like the present right now. Let's see here. Oh, my guy Deku Venom just got in here. Deku Venom. Oh. Hey, I see Phantom Brawler made it in here. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like yeah, we can do a lot without having to feel like yeah, we're you can go so far and do so much and be in the same field as someone else without copying them. I feel like I have found that happy medium. I don't copy Rob. Rob doesn't copy me, as far as I'm aware. He does his own thing. I do my own thing. We're separate entities. Hell, I'll throw one out there. Andre. I don't copy Andre. He doesn't copy me. He doesn't have to. Are we... The difference between us is that... Because a lot of people say I used to copy off of Andre, and they'd be like, "Oh, you just, you're just a copy of Andre the Angry Black Nerd or whatever." And Andre has rebranded himself so much that he's not even that same person anymore. The only thing that he and I have in common, other than being heavy-set black dudes with glasses, is that we like nerdy shit. The difference is that he talks about different nerdy shit than I do. And we don't have the same type of energy. Like, Andre could be a little extra in his videos, which is fine because that's what people want to see from him. And Andre is not that different in real life from what I understand. I've never met him personally, but whenever I see, like, just him out and about, just, not being, Andre the Black Nerd, he's the same. He seems to be the same. Yeah, maybe a little dialed down, but... That's kind of what YouTube is. Any YouTube expert will tell you that the key thing that will find you success is being you times 2. Which isn't saying that you're being fake. It's just saying you're being yourself to the highest level. Like, I am being the best version of myself. And anyone who talks to me on Discord regularly, ask the Quiet Council. They'll tell you. The me that you see right now, talking to you, trying to entertain you, is the same me that you would talk to if we were playing Fortnite, or King of Fighters, or Guilty Gear, or Call of Duty, or Killing Floor, whatever video games we play together on the Discord. I would be the same guy. The only difference is the cameras aren't on. Ask anyone. You can ask anyone who knows me. Same dude. Matter of fact, if you ask my wife, she will tell you that, she would probably tell you the only difference between Ernie, the husband, and Ernie, the father, and Ernie, the Blur Without Fear, and Ernie, the son, in regards to my mother, is that there aren't any cameras on me. That's the only difference. There's no audio. There's no hot mics. This mic, it ain't here. It ain't here. I don't have it. This camera, it ain't on. That's the only difference. Yeah, honestly, yeah, like what Phantom Brawl says, yep, in Discord, he's the same guy. We just get a little more wild. Yeah, no, that's accurate. If anything, I'm probably more. If anything, this might be me reserved. Because I'm not gonna lie, I talk some shit in Discord. This is hey, what's going on, Demolisher? How you doing? Lusaur says, being yourself also can attract people who are like-minded to you. If you are fake, it could backfire on you with a not loyal fan base. Yes, no, that is true. That is true. This is why I always tell people I don't follow people who I know or can tell are grifters. And when I say grifter, I'm not talking about the Wildcats. I'm not talking about the Wildcats character. I'm talking about someone who is a liar, someone who is deceitful, a bad actor. You can tell these people are because it becomes painfully obvious looking at their fan base and how they respond to their fan base. Typically, yes, I usually attract people who are of the same mind as myself. There's a reason why, people like, we got people in the chat like Dark Angel, Carter Presents, Deku Venom, Michael Raleigh, so on and so forth. A lot of people who I've become close with since I have, and some I knew even before. Like Carter Presents, I knew Carter before YouTube. Dude, Carter is wilding, by the way. So he's lying in the Discord. In the Discord, he brags about jumping into a tub full of YouTube money. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm poor. I am poor. Don't believe that shit. Though I will say, the bag, the YouTube bag is like maybe like that big. That big. Oh God, it's the Dark Age. So he said that tweet to Lil Majin. Hey, look, hold up, wait a minute. See, I just bought this the other day. This is my little fight. I say little, it's not little, but this is my little arcade fight stick. And I just got this yesterday. Dark Angel is trying to make me break it. Because if I face Little Majin, who, if I'm not mistaken, is ranked either 75th or 77th in the world, not just the city, the world, Craig, in Tekken 7, no, I don't want that smoke. Just saying. Because literally what would happen is I would huck that motherfucker across the room. What would happen? He lying. He a pro Tekken player. No, I'm not. It'd be probably more accurate to say that I'm a pro King of Fighters player. That'd be more accurate than the Tekken one. Let's see here. Wait, we got a super chat from Losersaurus here. Says with the $5 super chat, says, I love the channel and the energy you always give and love everyone in Blerd Co-op. Thank you. Dude, thank you, Losersaurus. Thank you for that. Losersaurus has been with us. Dude, Losersaurus has been with us for a minute, too. Just... Like I said, man, I just, let's get... not to say that I haven't been real this whole time, but let's get real for a minute. I have met and talked to so many people in this in this community, on the the channel, Discord, the chat, people I never would have met, and all just great and amazing, awesome, just really cool people. And I love meeting people that I've never met before. I love meeting people who are fans. I love meeting people who are followers of the channel. I had a guy approach me at Brooklyn Comic-Con last year, and he was like, "Oh man, dude, I love your Hulk videos, man. You got me back into the Hulk. I was a long time Hulk fan, and man, I really hadn't been feeling anything Hulk was doing." And he was like, "Man, you got me back on the Hulk." And I had people approach me saying, "Oh man, dude, your videos on Venom made too. It made me a fan of Venom again." I had people come and saying, "Oh man, when you did Dark Knight's Metal, oh man, you made me love comics again." And I was like, dude, stuff like that is like I tell people I'm a very emotional person. Very emotional person, if no one can tell. I usually like to reserve myself, but a lot of times, dude, I'm just as prone to moments of weakness and emotion like anybody else. So I always tell people, man, when people tell me shit like that, it's and I'm not very good at taking compliments. And what I mean by that is not that I'm like, oh, whatever. It's just that, like, I just don't know how to respond other than to say thank you a lot. As anyone on here has been listening can tell. But yeah, I just want y'all to know, like, don't think for 5 seconds that I don't appreciate the contributions that y'all give, because I mean, let's be really honest here. Let's be really honest. Let's keep it. Let's keep it 1 million. If it weren't for y'all, I would probably still be working in a dead end job and unhappy, and probably in some really dark places. Yeah, just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest. So I mean, and I'm not even saying that in a way to make anyone feel bad or anything, but I'm just saying that y'all are the reason why the channel does as well as it does. It's not me. I'm just a dude in the chair. I'm just a dude in the chair. The real let's see. The Real Revolution, yeah, Real Revelation, where am I from? I live in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. Fast Noir said a little margin about that rolling death cradle life. He really is. He really is. Dark and something about the growth of the channel. He said he's a fan. Why not do it for the views? You know what? I tell you what. I would face Little Majin. In a match. I'm gonna tell you right now. We all know how it's gonna go. Majin would whoop my ass. Majin would wear my ass out. Y'all have no idea. This man would beat the brakes off me, and 10 motherfuckers look just like me. Go home, eat a bowl of cereal, and forget he ever whooped anyone's ass whose name even resembled Blerd Without Fear. Y'all know I'm not lying. Let's see. Let's see here. Hey, yeah, Tube said, I'm mainly happy to see a somewhat big name from my hometown who's nerdy like me, not to mention the energy you bring. You're my favorite. Dude, thank you for that. Thank you. Like I said, just it is. I just like doing what I do. It's fun and people enjoy it, and it gives. If it gives somebody some joy, if I can entertain somebody, even if it's only for a few minutes, you know, whatever, before I inevitably piss them off, then yeah, I did my job. Orochi Geese 7 coming through with a $6 super chat says, just wanted to do my part to keep things pushing. Also, Blerd versus Lil Majin on a charity stream would be dope. It's funny you say that. And by the way, thank you, Orochi Geese, for that super chat, by the way. Also, I want to let y'all know, I am actually going to be doing some charity streams over on Twitch. On twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. I will be doing some charity streams here in the coming month, so make sure y'all go and follow for that. Make sure to turn on your notifications as well. I'll be doing some charity streams, I believe. Oh god, I don't want to speak off the top of my head, so let me pull up my Google Calendar. I will be on the 2nd, I will be doing a charity stream with Nerd901 over on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Nerd901. And then on the 7th, the 16th, the 21st, and the 30th of May, I will be doing one on my channel, twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. I'll be playing a little bit of everything. I'll be playing fighting games like King of Fighters. We'll probably play some Tekken 7. Probably play some Fortnite. We'll probably play some Guilty Gear. Don't know. You'll probably get to see me get my ass whipped a lot. I'm having to relearn how to play some of my favorite characters now. Deku can tell you. Me and him been going back and forward on the fight sticks. Vulcan as well. I don't know if Kevin's in here right now. But I've actually had to learn new characters because the fight stick has made my game that much different. Because there's certain stuff I can't do anymore as well as I could on like a controller. Let's see here. Hey, Stephen Hood, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh man. Like I said, I'm just being real with y'all. I'm just being real with y'all. Let's see. That is true. Dark Angel's right about one thing. We actually have too many mutual friends to not have crossed paths at some point, one way or another. It was Dark Angel. I would have crossed paths at some point eventually. It was just a matter. It was really only a matter of time, because we actually have a lot of the same friends, here in Memphis. So yeah. But but y'all know what I'm saying though. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Oh, yes. By the way, yeah. And just to echo the real revelation, yeah. If you're in here right now, please, go ahead, tap that like button if you could. Go ahead so we can boost this shit up to the stratosphere. Get us all the way into outer space, on this shit. Look, Luthor says, I know I can say I'm the king of Smash and Blerd Co after defeating Vulcan. Yes, you are. Because I go tell you right now, I can't play Smash. I cannot play Smash Bros. Though I did just recently get into Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, which, oddly enough, is kind of a weird pastiche of Dragon Ball Fighters and Smash Bros, but not in the way people probably are thinking. Yeah, Roji keeps saying playing Shotos on a stick is very different than on a controller. So I had to start picking up charge and grappling characters. Yeah, no, same. Okay, so there's some methods. Like there's certain tricks you can get away with on a fight stick versus a controller, and certain things you can get away with on a regular controller that you can't do on this. So like for me, like when I'm trying to like play my Shotos, and like I said, it's gonna be kind of hard for y'all to see what I'm doing here, but like the quarter circles aren't popping. And maybe, I don't know, someone was telling me maybe I should, I think it was Vulcan was telling me I should get a new plate to put under to put in here. Maybe that might fix it. He said like he said might be a square plate. Maybe I need to get a which I think it is actually, just judging by how it's turning. I may need to get a different plate. But yeah, they're not popping. So like I've actually been relying on charge characters and other types of characters like that. That I now understand why charge characters exist. But now on my dragon punches don't come out as smooth as I would like either. Now this motherfucker, this right here, dude, I'm Shoto all day. I can pull a dragon punch off like that. I can pull off a fireball like that. Never miss. I never not get the input that I want. But I'm learning. I'm relearning some shit, so. Decker Venom coming through with the $2 super chat says, Blerd Koa y Bombay day. That's what I'm talking about, man. Look, Deku knows the vibes. Yeah, look, hey, y'all come to the dojo, man. We'll run that fade. I will tell you right now, we will run that fade. We've been playing so much shit. Deku wore my ass out in Dragon Ball Fighters the other day on PlayStation 4. I was thinking, dude, I'm debating, man. Do I need Dead or Alive 6? Do I really need Dead or Alive 6? Tekken, Deku's been whooping my ass in Tekken. We've been going back and forth in that King of Fighters, though. And then that Guilty Gear, we haven't played, was it Exerd Rev 2? We haven't played that one together yet, but that's one that's going to be coming up. Yeah. It says, See, okay, so Panther Noir, what you just said, Vulcan was telling me the same thing. He was saying, try the underhand grip like you're holding a glass of wine. I'm going to try that because I feel like maybe, maybe that is the way. Maybe, you know, like, here, like, you're talking about, like holding it, like, kind of like this. Like, holding the joystick like this. Maybe that might... Like, that might be the... Like, that... And that doesn't seem uncomfortable. That doesn't seem... I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that might work. I'm gonna practice a little later and see what I can come up with. Luzosaurus says he's got... Hey, Deku, we got a new fighter. Luzosaurus says he has DBZ fighters for PS4. It's on. It's gonna be on and popping. Dude, man, you know what? I think I have Virtual Fighter 5, but I don't know what I have it for. Let me see. God, because I haven't played a Virtual Fighter game in a minute. Let's see here. Can you get that bad boy on, Hold up. Yeah, can you get that bad boy for, Actually, you know what? Here's one way to do it. Oh, God, I spelled that all kind of wrong. Virtual Fighter 5. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one, Skit. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I know we're kind of getting off the weeds. This is kind of turning more of like a just chatting, like what I normally do on Twitch. But but yeah, I'm gonna have to look and see. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on a copy of Virtual Fighter 5. They said they ported it to PS4, but I can't find it. Maybe they took it down. Is it body all? Oh man, dude, Deku, you be look, Deku, we got a new challenger. Luzosaurus said he's stepping up to the plate. Says he's stepping up to the plate. Dude, okay, so I'm not no lie. In Virtual Fighter, man, one of my favorite characters to play was Wolf. Cause I was grimy with Wolf in Virtual Fighter. I think Virtual Fighter 4 was one of the last ones I had like on PS2, and I don't think I got 5 for PS3 when it originally came out. But I used to get grimy with Wolf Hawkfield. Dude. And then my Jackie was not nice. My Jackie was nasty. And then of course, back in the DOA days, matter of fact, yeah, DOA, I was pretty much either if it wasn't was it Tina or Christy. And then those two, and then maybe like Helena. But dude, I used to be mad grimy. And no, my Zac was nasty too. My Zac was nothing to be messed with. So yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. But I'll have to practice. Like I said, it's been a while. Actually, dude, I forgot my Bayman and Leon, and was it and Leon, dude, woo, Bayman, woo, that boy, dude, Bayman was a motherfucker. I could fuck a motherfucker with Bayman. Like, I'd be like, get that back, get that neck. Yeah, I used to love that shit. And then, dude, I'm slick, kind of want to get that new Samurai Showdown, man. People keep telling me that Samurai Showdown is the truth. Man, I kind of want it, but man, they don't got it on sale right now, so I'm having to wait for that motherfucker to go on sale. That Samurai Showdown, gotta wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, because they're out here trying to withhold. Here, let's see. I love how they got the old Samurai Showdowns, like some like the old 2D ones, on sale right now, but not the they don't got the new one. They're like, no, we can't give you that one. Dude, KOF 15. Woo! See, y'all don't know me, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all know. KOF is my shit. KOF has been my shit for forever. Oh shit, Deco says he's like, I'll buy that DOA if we're gonna play. He's like, oh shit. Look, yeah, like I said, I might do it. I'm debating. I gotta check the funds first before I do anything, and then depending on what the funds are looking like, we may jump. Panther Dwarf said, I thought you'd use bass or bacon. Yeah, dude, I'm not good with bass. I'm not good with bass, but I am good. I'm good with Bayman. Bayman I can work. I love me some Bayman. Bayman was my guy since day one. Since day one. Favorite KOF of all time. Which is my favorite KOF character of all time? Oh, easy. Iori Yagami. That is my guy. Hands down. Has been my guy since he debuted. Really, shit. God, he was. What was shit? I'm trying to actually think about what the first game I remember seeing him in. Shit, 95. Damn. He been in the game since 95. Which, if I'm not mistaken, 95, oddly enough, came out in 95. But, yeah, because I remember playing, I remember that shit in the old, for those of you in Memphis, y'all might remember the Highland, the Highland Quartet area, where the movie theater used to be. They had that arcade right next to it. I used to play KOF 95 up there. And, I loved it. Miss it, actually. Miss it. Oh, game. Yeah, that's another story. Man, I'm trying to think. I tell you what, it's probably going to be either. Ooh, man. It might be 97 or 98. Because Orochi Saga was kind of my jam. The Orochi Saga was my shit. So, the whole... Maybe, yeah, actually, you know what? 97. I'm going to say 97. 97 had the roster that, probably had the roster that I liked the most. Maybe. I think it had my favorite roster, like, overall. Though I won't lie, 98 is... Because that was a dream match, if I'm not mistaken. Since it was a dream match, yeah, it'd be 90. Yeah, 97. 97 and 98. Lusasaurus, you know I played rival schools. You know I played rival schools, man. Don't play with me. Don't know I played rival schools. My guy, what was it? I used to, back then, I used to run, what was it, Daigo? I used to run, Roy, Shoma, and, what was the dude's name with the gym teacher? With the kendo stick, was like Hayate or it was something like that. I forget. Let me see if I can find it. Hayato. That was his name. Motherfucker with the kendo stick, because that motherfucker, he'd pop you with that kendo stick and he'd just make you start doing push-ups. You're like, whack, 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 whack. I don't know why I like that so much. That's what it was. Yeah, the 98, the dream match. Let's see here. Taishim says, Blerd, is it embarrassing to have a crush on an anime character? No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, as long as you don't expect to get anything out of it in the long run, I don't think there's any harm in it. Let's see here. Rojigi says KOF 96, Iori, Kim Kapwan, Rio Sakazaki. Oh, that's a nasty squad. That's a nasty squad right there. I'm gonna tell y'all my go-to team is on controller. On controller, my squad is Mai Shiranui, Rio Sakazaki, and Iori Yagami. And occasionally I will sub out either one of those for either Joe Higashi or if Takuma is available, one of him or Yuri Sakazaki or Robert Garcia or God, why am I blanking? K. I'm actually not bad with K. And, God, what I'm thinking about, I'm blanking on the other one. In KOF 14, I have a lot more characters I can mess with. I've actually gotten really good with Zarina. I've gotten, on Fight Stick, I'm a beast with Vanessa. This is the first KOF I've been a beast with Vanessa, and it's all because of the Fight Stick. Mature, I am no joke with Mature. I will fuck someone up with Mature. My Leona has actually gotten better as a result of the Fight Stick. Trying to think of other characters. My Athena is not that bad either. Let's see here. Roji says, well, oh yeah, Kyosuke, Hayato, and Rio were your mains. Oh yeah, them and Sakura. Yeah. Dude, Kyosuke was dirty in the motherfucker. In rival schools. They need to bring that back. They really need to bring that game back. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh god. Hey, I ain't mad at you. This was a KOF 14. Did me a solid by reuniting my 97 Outlaw team. Billy Kane, Blue Mary, Yamazaki for the pad. Yeah, no, Yamazaki. That was the other character I was forgetting. Yamazaki is another guy that I'm nasty with. I'm nasty with Yamazaki. I will catch you with that guillotine. That guillotine super. Don't jump. Do not jump. Because I will catch you slipping. I promise you, I will catch you slipping. That is my bread and butter. I think they call it something different now. But yeah, I forget what they call it now, but because I know like the Japanese name for it, usually what you find in the commands list. I know it changes over time, but yeah, I bought the DLC for KOF 14 just off the strength of Yamazaki. I was like, nope, give me Yamazaki. Don't give a fuck. Yep, they still call it the guillotine. But yeah, that guillotine is nasty. Kyo and Iori +1 depending on which year. I can get with that. The countless players I put through the drill back in the college. Dude, the drill is nasty. I love it. Dude, I just love Yamazaki because he won me over when he got his that serpent slash. Where he'll kind of sit there he'll kind of lean forward, he'll sit there, he'll kind of hang the arm down and let it dangle. He'll be like, Yakuza? I'm like, oh, dude, don't do it again. Because they never know which direction you're gonna hit them. I could be like, oh wait, I know you're gonna jump, so I'm gonna have the high one ready for you. You thinking I'm gonna come in on the cross on the horizontal, but I'm coming up off the top. But yeah. Let's see here. Hey, Angela, you have yourself a good one. Sorry, my people, I'm out. The only thing I know about gaming is the video games I bought for kids back in the early 90s, and I didn't bother to learn either. Y'all have fun. Hey, you have a good night, Angela. It was good having you in here. You have a good evening. Stay happy, stay safe, stay home, hopefully. You have a good night, all right? Let me check something real quick. Because I know I'm... Wow. That is a whilin'. Okay, I'll have to answer that here in a minute. Hey, Double C, what's going on? How you doing? Dude, I remember, man, I used to be able to do it, but I remember, Geese, with Geese Howard, and you could technically do it with Rock, his son, as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he had that throw. I forget what it was called. I'm blanking on the name of it. But it was yeah, it was like a little throw he would do, and he would fling you overhead, and you could cancel. Like it was a little throw. Like he would grab you, take you, fling you over, back. Like he would drag you the opposite way and fling you back the direction that you came from, and then cancel that bitch into the raging storm. Dude, love that shit. Yeah, no, Geese was nasty. No, Geese was a nasty motherfucker. I don't fuck with Geese too often because I'm not that good with them anymore. But I've tried using him on KOF 14 and I can't really make him work the way I used to. But like right now, my go-tos, I'm kind of looking at the KOF 14 character list. I still fucks with the Fatal Fury team, Terry, Andy, Joe, King and Mai on the women's fighters. The Ikari team, I'm not as good with Clark or Ralph, but I love Leona. One of my new favorite characters is one of the boss characters, Antonov. I like him a lot. And I have found a very strange affinity for Xanadu, who is just weird. And Kula, I forgot how good I was with Kula. I'm actually not bad with Kula Diamond. But yeah, like I said, man, just it's nasty. Yeah, Geese, yeah, dude. I still, do I have it? I don't know where I sat it, but oh, right here, right by me. Bam. That Capcom versus SNK 2, I'll be playing. Still got this motherfucker right here. Let's see here. That Blue Murray. Double C coming through with a $5 super chat. Just saying, showing some love. Hey, I appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you. Please and thank you. Trying to think of others. But yeah, the Yagami team, I can work pretty good. Hey, dude, I'm gonna go tell you right now. Ultimate Rugal, I don't like that motherfucker. I don't trust him. I don't trust Ultimate Rugal. I don't trust him. That dude, he seems like the type of person that would literally like walk up to you and spit on your plate and then take your food and eat it. That's the type of guy Ultimate Rugal is. Let's see here. Double C says you're doing a Trials of Cold Steel marathon. Oh damn! I'm about to say, didn't they just put Trials of Cold Steel on sale? Didn't they on PSN? And I think it was on sale on Steam too. Shit. That's a game series I've never played. I need to look into that. That said, where are we at? We are at officially. Wow. I said this was going to be a short show, and it winds up being about as long as normal. So I lied, and everything I say is a lie. With that said, I am going to get out of here because I'm starting to feel my energy levels wax and wane. But I do want to say once again to everybody, thank y'all for coming in. Whether you lurked, whether you chatted, whether you super chat, whether you became a member of the channel, were a member of the channel, are a member of the channel, not a member of the channel, don't care. Either way, I really appreciate everybody who came through. Man, it has been a wild show, despite the fact that I feel like absolute dog shit. It ain't even that Rona. It's not even that Rona. It's just literally, it's caffeine. No caffeine all day yesterday, and I'm paying the price for it today. Actually, I don't think I have caffeine the past 2 days. And, yeah, I'm paying the price for it today. But that said, I do want to remind y'all to make sure to go check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. The link for the Discord is already in the chat right now currently. Make sure to go check that out too. Don't forget, I'll be dropping a video for channel members, Blerd Club, and patrons. You'll be getting a early access video just about given probably within the hour of this closing out. And like I said, we got charity streams coming up next month that I'll be doing over on Twitch. Make sure you go check those out too. Go follow. We're not gonna be doing anything tonight because yeah, I kind of want to die right now. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I literally woke up about 45 minutes before it was time to start the cave. So yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the kid and I don't know what. Probably watch Little Einsteins or something, or Frozen 2 for the 18th millionth time. Anyways, want to say thank you once again. Everyone's fantastic. We'll be back again Wednesday, hopefully. We'll have some stuff. We'll have some stuff to talk about on Wednesday, hopefully. And of course, again, next Saturday. I'm going to try and resume regular video schedule this week. Yeah, that's all I got. But anyways, I love you all 3,000. I feel like I forget my own gimmick. Plus Ultra, and goodbye and good night.